street champs, come get put on. Today I'm in here with rising country superstar Mitch Carter. That was a good one.
I like that. Yeah, no, it sounds good.
Fuck yeah.
I haven't heard that yet, so I mean, it sounds nice. It has a nice ring to it.
You'll hear it soon.
I hope. That's all we can hope, man.
How you doing today?
I'm good, man. Good. No, always good to be here. I appreciate you having me back.
Yeah.
Always. But no, good day. So yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. It's always good to have you, man. We kind of went backwards. You started your first time was on the Still Spicy one.
First time was on the music review.
Oh yeah, music review, and then the Still Spicy, and then now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of backwards.
That's all right.
But you had a lot of. You've been on here for at least like 5-6 hours.
Yeah, probably about that.
Yeah.
I think each one of them was about 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think that first one was like 3.
Yeah.
So it's always fun though.
Those music reviews always go really long.
Oh, I bet. I mean, just getting through all those songs and stuff. I think you guys had more songs, but you had to cut it at a certain point, right?
Yeah, my internet will just start like being all slow.
Yeah.
Once we do like 3 hours of fucking streaming music and video.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, the bit rate or whatever. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that, but I know it gets to be too much for the computer. And
yeah,
shit.
all this fancy lingo. Just give me my internet I pay for.
Exactly.
No, I don't know. But all right. So I said rising country superstar and whatever. Like I wanna get into all your music and shit, but I wanna go back, like back. How old are you?
I'm 26. I just turned 26 about a month ago, or less than a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
So getting old now, So, but in my late 20s finally. So I guess that's a good thing. But they say you're more mature when you get older, but I don't know about all that.
You don't feel it?
I don't feel it, but it all comes with time and stuff. I mean, I'm more mature than I was like 6 years ago. I was crazy 6 years ago, so I guess it is. I am more mature, just not quite where I probably feel like I should be, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is.
I'm 25, so like I feel like we kind of have good conversations. I feel like we're both pretty fucking level-headed and shit.
For sure.
You feel like sometimes you're not. Sometimes you feel like you're still.
No, I mean, just sometimes I just I don't make good decisions,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, I feel like I can always talk to people and stuff, and like have a conversation. I used to say, I could sell a ketchup popsicle to a lady in white, and all that shit, just the dumb stuff. But I can talk to anybody about anything, so it's always cool. But it's always better to talk to people who can talk back. Even selling cars and stuff. It's just when you have a customer that can have a conversation, it's a lot nicer than someone who just kind of sits there and doesn't do nothing. So
yeah. Were you always pretty talkative and outgoing?
Yeah. I mean, I would say so. I mean, in high school I played played 3 sports for 4 years, so I got to meet a lot of people,
What
talk
sports?
to a lot of people. Played football, basketball, and ran track.
Damn.
In high school. Yeah, but crazy.
What high school did you go to? Did you grow up here in Pueblo?
No, Northside Colorado Springs. So
Northside
it's a pretty new school. It's called Discovery Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
We play a lot of the Pueblo schools and stuff. We played East in football like maybe 6 times. Maybe that's
shit.
something I should have said. I don't want to talk about that.
Holy shit, that's a lot. In one season?
No, it was throughout my college. We would play, or in high school career or whatever, we'd play them twice a year. So like once in the regular season because they were in our league, and then we'd always meet up with them in the playoffs. It felt like every year. So, but
How big was your graduating class?
I think it was just under 300.
Holy shit.
I don't know if that's correct, but somewhere around there, 250 something.
Did that feel like pretty big at the time to you, or is that like still pretty?
I mean, it felt pretty big compared. I have some family in like Simla and stuff, and they had like 3 people in their graduating class, which is insane to me.
Shit.
So like to that, it feels pretty big. But then I had other family, that went to the big 5A schools and stuff, and it just way more people, and like the graduation lasted an extra 2 hours than mine did and stuff. I was like, dang, there's a lot of people. I know some of the like Texas high schools have thousands almost, or it's like it's almost like a college campus. Like CSU Pueblo was not that many people, but like it's crazy that a high school can have that many people and all that stuff too. But so I don't know.
Is Simla like a city in Colorado or something?
Yeah, so I mean, you can tell because you haven't heard of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I probably wouldn't have heard of it either if I didn't have family there. But anytime you drive out like towards Missouri or towards like Tennessee, you'll drive through Simla, and it takes about, I don't know, like a minute, 30 seconds to get through the whole town, you know?
They have a high school there for some reason?
Yep. They play like 8-man football and stuff like that rather than 11, stuff like that. But, I mean, like I said, you pass by it and like the school just looks like a building. And the only reason you know it's a high school is because you see the football field out there and stuff. And then you pass through it and then you're on to the next little town.
So how many kids would you estimate like go to that high school at any given time?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I mean, I got a couple of my aunts teach there still. I can't imagine it being, I mean, I feel like the whole school probably has like 400 people.
Oh, that's way bigger than I thought. I was imagining like a class of like 40 kids just go in there every day.
That would be great. And that, like, can you imagine having 3 people in your graduating class?
Yeah,
like
doesn't make any sense. So the entire student population is all underclassmen, basically.
I guess so. Yeah, and you're taking the same classes with the same 3 people the whole 4 years or something. I don't know how it works.
That's insane.
Why it works, but it's crazy.
Damn, imagine like you're like, all right, guys, who's with Becky today? Who's chilling with?
I wonder how prom was.
Yeah, exactly. There's like an odd amount of girls to boys.
Mm-hmm.
It's like too many boys or too many girls.
Take both of them to prom, I guess.
Yeah, probably like, well, then lesbians and gay people, you know, but there's more gay stuff going on.
Yeah, maybe not in Simla though. They're very against that, I think. Well, maybe not anymore, but you know, world's changing, so
they've been infiltrated.
I mean, it's going everywhere now, and it is what it is. So It's cool though.
All right, so you got any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have 2 little sisters. So one of them is 24, and one of them is 22. So like we were all in high school at the same time, which is crazy. Shout out to my mom, because I don't know how she did that, especially when we were little, having 3 kids within, 4 years. That's some work. So yeah. I appreciate that she did that for us. But it's cool having little sisters, and I think it's always funny. You see the memes and stuff on Twitter where it's like you grow up like hating these other people, and then all of a sudden one day it just switches and you guys are like best friends. And so me and my little sister are very close and everything. So very thankful to have them, and it's just nice to have family, and I got lucky having 2 great little sisters too, so it's always nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they're like, I think 22 is an adult. Like you should be fucking trying to level up your life somehow, so you're not like stuck in the mud your whole life.
Yeah, well, and that's how I feel too. Is like my middle sister, she's graduated, did her master's. She's a counselor now for middle school up in Cherry Creek. And then my littlest sister's trying to get into vet school right now.
Oh, wow.
And I'm moving to Tennessee to try to be a singer.
Yeah.
You know how it is. It's, I mean.
Do you feel like that? Do you sometimes feel like they look at you like kind of like, what are you doing?
No, I mean, like I said, we're very close. I'm sure sometimes they might have like a thought like that, like, are you sure about that? Mm-hmm. But, no, they're very supportive and everything. Like, they come to all the shows that they can come to and everything too. They sing along and stuff to songs, and they give me songs to try out, and I always shout them out when they're at the shows, like, hey, this is my sister's favorite song, and then I'll sing it, and she'll sing along or she'll cheer extra or something. They're very cool and very awesome about it, and I feel like if I did suck, they would tell me, which is nice. It's always nice to have people that don't completely bullshit you, but it's always cool. So, but sometimes I do, not because of them or anything, but just because my overthinking and everything. I'm like, ooh, am I really moving all the way to Tennessee to try to do this? Am I really like trying to do this right now? But you got to make the jump, and I think the best way to do it is just throw yourself in the deep end, and eventually you'll either learn how to swim or you'll drown. So it is what it is. But
yeah, so you've been talking about your mom and stuff. What happened to your dad?
Dad's still around. They him and my mom kind of separated for a while when I think it was like my freshman year of high school, maybe 8th grade. So he moved out, didn't really live with us, would still come to games and everything like that, stuff like that. But as we've gotten older and everything too, it's, he's still around. He still texts me all the time and stuff, but don't see him quite as much. Like, to see my mom all the time, which will be a little weird not being able to, just drive up an hour to see her. I'll be 17 hours away or 16 hours away or whatever. But we still see my dad like at Christmas time or, Thanksgiving, stuff like that. He'll ask me to hang out, watch football every once in a while, but definitely a mama's boy for sure. But he's still around still.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of less in the picture, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like what age did he kind of separate from, like, you remember, like, oh, he wasn't around as much?
I feel like it was when we all got to college. Like once my littlest sister Julia got to college, I feel like that's when he kind of, just because, like they were in Boulder, I was in Pueblo. So he'd come to some of my football games and stuff at CSUP. But they were kind of too far away, and my mom would always make, the 2-hour trips, or, she'd drive down to Pueblo and then the next day drive all the way up to Boulder to, have lunch with them or something. So, like, she made an amazing effort to come see us and everything, and he just kind of didn't want to do that. So, like, I mean, just kind of, that I feel like that's when it kind of happened, was like when Julia got to college, because we weren't all in the house anymore. So, but
yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I feel like fucking my parents, low key, like when I went to college, I'm the youngest. Like they kind of went through their own thing, like empty nest shit. Like it's kind of a point to reevaluate your own life when you're like, like 40, 50 years old. Like, damn, like I'm really here by myself type shit.
Well, and like I think they did a really good job too. They were separated, but they didn't get divorced until we were all out of the house and everything too. They did a good job of, I mean, if you can call it that, but co-parenting. Like it's a little different when like you get divorced when your kid is like 2 or whatever. But like they did a good job kind of keeping it. What's the word I'm looking for?
Amicable.
Yeah, like they did a good job. Like when we'd be places together, or like they both drove me out to Arkansas my first year of college, and then like stayed in a hotel room together in separate beds or whatever. But like they were very comfortable, or like very nice to each other still, and made it easy on us, didn't make it weird for us, anything like that. They did a good job of that part, so nothing wrong with that. But they feel like they just kind of fell out of love and whatever, and to each their own. I mean, it happens. 50% of marriages end in divorce, right? So
my parents fucking low-key, they announced they were getting a divorce when like a week after I graduated college. And like, like you said, it's different when you get like that news when you're like 5 or 6 or whatever. But like as a 20-year-old, like that shit still kind of felt weird. It's like,
it's
damn,
still
like,
weird, yeah.
Like at what point did you guys just know you don't fuck with each other like that? Like at what point like
was it just like a date? Like did it switch? I mean, I've never really talked to them about it just because it's kind of none of my business or whatever. But it is weird. Like, was it just like a day where you just both decided, or was it like for a long time coming?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it was probably like over a long period of time, because that's just how relationships work. But like, realizing that your parents are still growing and not even like sometimes happy with what's going on in their life. They're not just like robots that are like can do whatever you ask them to do, is like a really awakening thing for a fucking like a young person.
Oh, for sure. Well, and it's just, when you're young, you look at a 26-year-old and you're like, yeah, that guy's got a job, he's living on his own, he's doing whatever, that's awesome. And then now I am 26 and I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, like some months are better than others type shit.
Yeah, exactly. But so, I mean, you're always growing, and that's something you don't realize when you're little. But like now that I'm realizing it myself, you realize, even though my mom is 50 something, my dad is almost 60 something, they're still growing on themselves or with themselves too. So it's like, I mean, it's more understandable now, like you're saying. So
yeah, my parents are about the same age too.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, one day we'll get to that age. Are you single right now?
I am right now. Yes. Yep. No, and just going to different state and everything. It's all weird, like just talking to people here or going to bars here. You see a lot of people, and now I'm gonna go out there and I only know one person in the whole entire state. So it's weird and makes me nervous. But like we were talking about, I can talk to people and make friends pretty easy and everything too. And I know Cody's the other one that is out there right now that I know, and he's got a lot of connections. So I know me and him are very similar, so I'm sure a lot of his friends will probably be my friends too, and all that stuff. So I'm not too worried about it, but there's a lot of weird random stuff that I'm worried about, but That's not really one of them, so that's good. But
Like, what are you worried about?
I gotta find a new barber because I had one here. I gotta go out there. I gotta find a new dentist. I gotta find like where I'm gonna go, like the closest liquor store, the closest grocery store. If I need to go to Home Depot, where's that? It's just being in Pueblo for the last 8 years or whatever, and then growing up before that, I was in the same place for like 11 years or something. So you kind of just get used to it. You know where everything is. Like going out there, I know where nothing is. I mean, I know where Broadway is, but that's because it's Broadway. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find out, the best way to get to work. When I have to leave the house, because I'm sure there'll be a little bit of traffic and everything. Bigger city than Pueblo, so it's all like I said, it's all kind of stupid stuff, but it's like I got this whole list of stuff that like when I get there, I gotta find all this stuff before.
Yeah, it sounds like Google Maps could really solve every single problem you're having right now.
Yeah, exactly. Once I get there, I'll just be looking up like that whole first day.
Yeah.
I'll just be writing stuff down like and asking people, everyone I meet, hey, do you know any good barbers? I can cut a mullet, do you know anybody? And like,
there's gonna be like, yes, every single barber here.
Yeah, I'm sure. In Tennessee, you can go to fucking Sports Clips, and they're gonna be able to cut it for you.
For real.
Cool.
Yeah, honestly. But that's fair though. I feel like I personally could not ever make that move. I don't think I'm not comfortable with like like you said, mama's boy. Like I'm a homebody, bro. Like I like to be in control of like my day to day, and introducing new things is just not something I do well with, and I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, and I feel that way too. It's just that's why I'm freaking out about all this little stuff, because it's like I know once I get there and I like figure it all out, I'll be just fine. But I'm sure the first couple months, 3 months, 4 months is gonna be tough. Luckily I'll have Cody there and stuff like that. My family is visiting for their spring break and everything too, so that'll just be a couple months after, so I get to see them again and stuff like that. That'll help. But yeah, it is weird. It's all, I feel the same way. So it's like that's part of the reason why I'm so nervous. Is just like,
yeah. I mean, I don't know how religious you are, but I'd like maybe like get involved in like a church, like once a weekly church, just so like, because those are people that like, their intentions are somewhat, aligned with something positive,
mm-hmm.
and fucking there's probably like a younger people involved too.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows?
No, I'm sure there's some. I'm sure the bands, all the the people singing at churches and stuff in Nashville are probably pretty good. So,
mm-hmm.
But I have to find a good one out there.
Church people party too. Like they're not all stiff. Like mm-hmm. they're actually like real people too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean. I've never really been in it. Actually, I went to Durango one time. I moved there for 5 years with the intentions of leaving Pueblo, and I got involved in a few churches, and I felt like that's where, like, I met like mentors type things, but they didn't really like last because I just would stop going. But yeah, good people.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you said, there's at least something positive about that you can look into and everything too. So
yeah,
it's definitely a good idea for sure.
Man, these are good, man. Thank you for this. It's hitting different. The Coke.
They're fire, man. It just tastes like soda.
Mm-hmm. All right, so getting back on the whole training things, you were growing up. You said your college experience, your parents separated or whatever, or your sister's college experience. What about like younger than that? Like, what kind of kid were you? You think?
I feel like I was a pretty good kid. I actually didn't have a sip of alcohol until I graduated high school.
Oh, really?
Just because my school was so like not strict, but they were just like weird about all that stuff. Like they had that whole safe to tell thing was coming up and everything, and like there was a lot of snitches and stuff, and like it wasn't like anybody was doing anything like crazy bad. I mean, we grew up in Northgate, Colorado Springs. It's not like anything was like super crazy, but like if somebody was drinking at a party or something, somebody would call that number and be like, hey, they're partying at this house, and then the cops would come and nothing would ever happen. No one would get arrested or nothing, but like the party would last for a couple hours and then get shut down, and then whoever's house it was at would get called in the office the next day, like random stuff like that. And it was just and then my mom, like, it's kind of funny because my mom is like, she loves to party with me and stuff now. Like tonight at this going away party I'm going to in spring, I know she's gonna get blacked out, which is awesome. and so much fun. But like back in high school, I was a little bit scared of her, like not in a bad way, but just like almost scared to disappoint her. So like I just didn't drink until I graduated high school. Mm-hmm. I was just like nothing, you know. I got good grades and everything. I had a 4.3 in high school. But you know, I was kind of lazy sometimes and had to beg to redo some projects and stuff like that. But nothing crazy really, man. I mean, sports kept me busy and stuff too, like playing 3 sports. Mm-hmm. I like even sometimes football. We'd always make the playoffs and stuff. So like basketball season would start, and so as soon as like football season would end, basketball season had already started, and I just had to kind of hop into that. And so I didn't really have time to get in trouble, if that makes sense. Which is, I mean, it's a good thing for sure, because I'm sure I would have, but it just kept me busy, kept me out of trouble. I feel like I was a pretty good kid. My middle sister Emily, I mean, all 3 of us were good kids, but middle sister Emily would like to argue with my mom a lot. So like me and the littlest one would be like, "Bro, shut up," like, yeah, stuff like that. But we were all pretty good kids and stuff like that too. I was in, you know, student senate and all that stuff, all the dumb stuff that like looking back on, I'm like, why did I do that? You know, but it is what it is, and it made me who I am today, I guess. So like you never can complain about what you did, I guess.
Mm-hmm. You feel like playing sports and stuff, like it made like a noticeable impact on how people treated you?
I mean, I don't think it made like a noticeable impact, you know. Like at our school, theater was a big thing too.
Oh, really?
So like
theater kids were the ones with the bitches.
Yeah. We didn't have like cliques or anything, but you know, there was like the theater kids, and then there was like the, you know, the jocks, I guess. And mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of them, like, it was kind of cool because like there wasn't cliques because we all were kind of intermingled in different stuff, you know. There'd be 1 or 2 guys from theater that were just like our homies from middle school, you know, stuff like that. And mm-hmm. so we'd all hang out, do that kind of thing. But I don't think it really made an impact. I mean, probably to people in the community more than like at the actual high school. But I think sports definitely, like, I mean, when you're good and like you start at all the sports and everything, I feel like people are kind of like, oh damn, I want to hang out with that guy or whatever. So I guess that part kind of helped, but I don't think people were like treated differently if you didn't play sports. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
just trying to get a grasp of Northgate politics.
Oh no, I gotcha. You know? I gotcha.
Fucking, I don't even know what that is actually. Is it predominantly like a white community?
Yeah, I think we had like 3 black kids at our school. And I mean, there was people from everywhere. It's, you know, it's close, very, very close to the Air Force Base. So a lot of military families. There's a lot of Mormon families out there. So I had a bunch of Mormon friends in high school and stuff like that. It's kind of weird, but like my family's pretty good on money and stuff, but like you go like a mile down the road and like that's where, you know, the families have like the $3 million houses and stuff like that. That's right where the high school was. So it's kind of all crazy and shit like that, but no, it's weird.
Fucking what growing up, what did your parents do? Or your mom, I guess.
So my mom was a stay-at-home mom for a while. She's has recently started working at like schools and stuff like that. So she's like helping. I mean, she worked at this one school where it's like the kids who get expelled from a school and then get expelled from the expelled school.
Oh, really?
It's like kids with like that should be in jail.
Yeah. So she
did that for a long time, and now she's helping back at my high school actually. But it's the people who need help with, you know, extra help with stuff and stuff like that. And then my dad was I don't know exactly what kind of engineer, but he like programmed satellites and stuff and like all kinds of crazy shit. Like, dude's smart, but I think he's still doing that. I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know if he got another job or not yet, but
yeah. What age did you pick up a guitar?
So I took guitar lessons in like 3rd grade, and then I kind of put it down. I hadn't touched it until 3 years ago now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so then like 3 years ago was kind of when my football career was ending. And so I just grabbed the old broken Gibson from the basement, and it sounded like garbage. It was terrible, but just started learning, wanted to learn a couple songs, be a campfire guy that could just sing the campfire songs and stuff like that. But then my mom, for my birthday that year, bought me this one that I have now, the nice Taylor. And then I had it in my room, and I'm like, I can't. My mom spent a lot of money on this guitar. Like, I can't just have it sit there, be like a wall decoration. Like, I should practice and stuff like that. So I'd get up, grab it, practice for like an hour a day or so, or try to and stuff. And just kind of went from there. But once you learn that first song, then you kind of get the chords and stuff like that, and then it just kind of is a progression from there, just like anything else. So. But yeah, about 3 years ago is probably when I picked up the guitar again.
Can we see your guitar?
Yeah, if you want. It's right over here.
You wanna whip it out? I necessarily don't want to be the one in charge.
It's not like it's like this like relic or something. Like, you're not gonna break nothing if you.
Yo, I might low key fucking knock the neck or whatever, and then you're all moving to Nashville, and now you don't have a guitar and. Nice, the good black. What's that thing in the inside of the hole?
So they call it a fuzz buster. I don't know what the actual name for it is, which I probably should, but it doesn't really matter. But when you're playing live, same way you get feedback like from microphones on the podcast and everything. When you're playing acoustically and you don't have this in, just like at a campfire or whatever, it makes it louder. But when it's plugged in, the sound from the speakers or even just the guitar will get in there and get like a ringing. So that's really all it does, is just kind of stop that when you're playing live.
It's like a rubber thing in there. You put it in there yourself?
No, you can just even pull it out.
Oh, I see the thing. It's like a suction cup type thing.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Then you just shove it in there. Might have to spit on it.
For real?
No, just
I was like, holy fuck. That's crazy. You said you don't have any music recorded at the moment though, right?
No.
What's stopping you?
Just wanting to do it like the right way. Just kind of seeing how Cody did it and everything. Like, I need to get better on social media, post YouTube videos, do that kind of thing, especially with like the originals I have and stuff like that. But like when I record it, I want to be able to have like a band behind me, whether it be a band that I meet, or if you hire a studio band, stuff like that. I want to have a producer do it, like I can do it enough, but I don't want it to sound trashy. I mean, even like on the music review we did the other day, you can tell which songs were done like by someone who knows what they're doing, rather than someone just kind of, on their MacBook, and stuff like that. Not that any of those were bad, but, you can definitely tell the difference between them.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's kind of, not that I'm a perfectionist, but I'm kind of OCD and stuff like that. So, like, I've recorded some of my songs and, like, I have them on my phone. But, like, if I wanted to actually put it out there, I'd want it to be kind of crisp and, like, more done. Just because I'd want to, like, go forward with everything and stuff like that. So, just kind of either waiting on the funds or, a label to pick me up or something so we can make it right, do it the right way and stuff like that, if that makes sense. So that's really all that's stopping me. But I do need to, like, record it, put it on YouTube or, TikTok, stuff like that. I've done a little bit on TikTok, but haven't done any of my originals, stuff like that. I know I played the one for you guys the other night. And
Drunk and Ugly? Is that what it? That's what it was, right?
Yeah. That one's a fun one.
Yeah, I like that one.
It's catchy, so a lot of people get it stuck in their heads, which is always nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really listen to a lot of country, but I would like liken it to maybe like in the hip hop world, if you're going up to like if you're walking up, I don't know why it's so popular for people to walk up to like established artists and be like rap in front of them and try to some kind of deal from that. But you know, they've been doing that for a while, like a demo tape.
Yeah,
You know, you have to pull up with like a tangible thing so that they know, like, you know, oh, this person is somewhat with it enough to put a cohesive, you know, 3 to 5 songs together and fucking really showcase what they can do as of right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and definitely, yeah, in the exact same way. I mean, it all works the same way. It's just different people, different music. So it's like you're saying is, I'd rather walk up, if in hip hop terms, you know, I'd rather walk up to whoever it is and give them, you know, a mixtape that I'd be proud to give away, you know, rather than just like, hey, I recorded these 3 songs last week. Do you mind listening to them or something like that? So that's all it is just, you know, before I send it off to a label or whatever, or try to do anything with it, like I want to make sure that it's like tangible, you know, like you're saying. So that's all it is.
Yeah, respect it. Fucking a lot of people rush it and then wonder when nothing comes of it. Kind of got to take your time, put your best foot forward. You know, you only get one good first impression.
Exactly, yeah. You don't want to show like some janky song and that be like what you're remembered by.
Yeah. Did you go to Cody's show here when it was in town this last weekend?
No, I was just telling Cody because we went to dinner right before he headed back to Nashville, but I was in Arizona the 3 days or whatever, so had that trip planned for a long time, and then Cody started putting out these 3 shows in Pueblo, or in one of them was in Denver and stuff like that, and those are all ones I could have went to, but I was in a different state, you know what I mean? And anytime he's close, I always try to go and stuff like that, but you know, I've been to a lot. When he first started, I went to every single one, which is always fun, stuff like that. He likes to call me up so we can sing a song together, stuff like that, so that's always cool. But now going out to Nashville, I'll be able to see, you know, all of them, which is nice. Like I think he's playing tonight at one of the bars on Broadway, just in like a rounds or whatever. And like I'm not out there yet, so obviously not going today. But or maybe that was yesterday. Anyways, but you know, I could just go out there, sit there, and like you said, meet people while also getting to just watch my boy perform and stuff like that, which is cool. So
yeah, I think I saw you perform one time. You guys were at the state fairgrounds in like the Budweiser tent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he invited us to that one, and I'm pretty sure you were opening for him, right?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. It's like the demographic that goes to those. It's like an entire 20-person family will fucking pull up.
Oh yeah.
Like, and they'll pull up like the tables together, which is kind of interesting. It's like 3 generations of people that are there at that concert.
Oh yeah, well even, you know, Cody's family, just because they're all in Pueblo. So when he plays in Pueblo, they're all there too. And that one was the like Pueblo State Fair, so not the Colorado State Fair, but that one was just like you're saying, it's the Pueblo State Fair. So like all the Pueblo families, like it's just like you're saying, like family of 20 just pulling up and just rolling in, grabbing tables, doing it, which is always cool to see, but it's always fun too. And it's always kind of funny too, just, I mean, when you're talking about demographics, is like even just the different bars that you play at, like within 3 days or 2 days or whatever, I played at Twin Elks here in Pueblo, and then went up to Springs and played at Notes, and it's just like a whole different group of people. You gotta like almost play different songs. Up there they had their own PA system, own sound guy. Like all I had to do was plug in my guitar and go up there, and down here I had to like set up everything, and you know, security's grabbing people because they're trying to sing on the mic and stuff. And
yeah.
It's fun. I mean, to each one of them is always fun, and it for different reasons. But it's just so crazy how different the different shows are and stuff like that too, which is cool because you get to sing different songs. You get to, you know, hang out with different people. Sometimes they're more rowdy, which is fun. Sometimes you drink a little more too, which is also fun. But you know, people are bringing you shots up to the mic and everything. Like, it's fun, but definitely different for sure.
Yeah, when did you perform at Twin Elks?
That one was probably about a month ago. I was able to slip it in between some of my shows. I actually just went to Twin Elks for with some of my homies for karaoke one night, and we were singing or whatever. I was drinking a little bit and walked up to the guy who was singing and was just like, "Hey, bro, you're good. Like, that was awesome." He's like, "Let me go." I was like, "Let me go grab my guitar. We'll do one together in a second." And he was like, "Oh, you play the guitar too?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh." I didn't realize it was the owner of the Twin Oaks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so then we just got to talking and everything too, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get some shows and stuff like that. Here's my card." And then ended up bringing my guitar and singing for him in his office, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, let's do a show. Let's do a show." And he's like, "Can you do Friday?" And I was like 3 days from now, Friday? And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Sure, man, like, let's do it." And so then just went and did that, which is cool. Sometimes that's how you got to be, and you got to market yourself more. You got to, right now at this point, some people are asking, but you really got to go out and be like, "Hey, I play country music. Like, do you guys do live music? Like, I don't charge much, blah, blah, blah," stuff like that. But that was kind of cool too, and getting to do that is always fun because, you know, all the Pueblo homies get to come out and watch you do what you do. And like a bunch of my coworkers came out. They had never heard me sing before, so that was cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Stuff like that. But
For as of right now, what's your price to play a show? Like an hour?
an hour, probably.
As of today.
Well, so like I usually do. Yeah, it kind of depends. I mean, but if I have to bring all my stuff, I usually get like maybe $50 more just because I have to carry it in, set it all up myself and stuff like that. But usually it's about $100 an hour, just depending too. I've done a bunch of charity shows, stuff like that too, and I tell them I'll do it for free or whatever, or like at the end, you know, give the money back to them, stuff like that. But I mean, like at Twin Elks, I did 3 hours and got paid $200, but then made $400 in tips, stuff like that. So, but usually it's about $100 an hour, depending on who it's for or what it's for, stuff like that. So,
wow. And the prices are about to go up once you move away and fucking fulfill your, you know, these things that you have planned.
I know if I get everything I got done planned, then hopefully, you know, I'll be playing at the state fair, you know, before John Party or, you know, someone like that stuff. Maybe before Cody. That'd be cool.
That would be sick.
That would be sick.
You, Cody, then John Party.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That would be dope.
That would be sick.
I fuck with John Party.
Hey, if you're watching the state fair, no.
I don't even know who the fuck does any of that shit. For like, probably a committee of people that.
Yeah, I think it's a committee. I used to know, but now I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Like they got T.I. I heard he did a terrible show this year.
Oh yeah.
I saw that guy who does the Applebee's song. It's like
Walker Hayes.
Yeah. I saw that guy at the state fair this year. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, he's good. I hate that song.
Oh really?
But
it's the only song.
The rest of his songs are actually pretty good.
Really?
He's a very good writer too. He just came out with the song, or is about to. I can't remember. I think it might have just came out with Craig Campbell. That one's pretty good. But yeah, no, I mean, it's always cool to see those people too. Even shows are always better too. Like even if you only know one song, stuff like that, you get to see them perform, and it's just different than listening to them on the radio, which is always cool. So even if I only know one song of theirs, you know, cheap tickets, I'll be like, hell yeah, let's go. Like grab a couple buddies. Sometimes I make people who don't know what the fuck is going on come with me, and they had fun too. You know, it's a live show, and you know, country music always has a bunch of pretty girls there too. So when you bring your boys that don't even like country music, they just watch the girls dance the whole time, and they have a good time too.
It's true.
But
what's one of your like dream venues right now? Maybe in Colorado, start with.
I mean, in Colorado, Red Rocks would be like, I know that's like far down the road, but like I know Zach Bryan is playing at Red Rocks again soon. But like his show is awesome. Just going to shows at Red Rocks is just so dope to watch. So like I got to see Luke Combs there, stuff like that. It's just like, it's almost a surreal experience being an audience member at Red Rocks. But it's like, I can't imagine what it'd be like to be singing on stage with all those people like singing your songs and stuff. That's probably number one. I mean, even probably in the nation right now, like I would love to play at Red Rocks. But they have they're building that new one in Colorado Springs, that new amphitheater.
Yeah.
And so that one would be cool too. But I've been playing with like the people at the Boot Barn and like Notes and stuff like that. Those are like the same kind of people who are doing it. So hopefully I can kind of grind my way up, get a band, and hopefully play there someday. So that's kind of the next stepping stone. And then stepping stones, and then Red Rocks would be probably just, that would be ridiculously insane. Would be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, as an opener, I think it's possible within like, a year. Fucking, but like you said, headliner, it's gonna take some time.
Oh, for sure.
But I feel like I knew this guy who opened at Red Rocks one time, just as like a new musician. Fucking, I forget what band he was, but he was like, it was first year of playing, and he played at Red Rocks. He just told me about it. It was like a weird story.
Oh no, that's always cool too. I always like doing that too. Like, and like it's just like a pet peeve of mine, like when people don't go see the opener, they just get in there like 5 minutes before the main event, which like is cool. I know you bought the tickets for Luke Combs or whatever, but I always like to watch the openers. Even before I started playing, I always like to watch the openers. Went to a Rascal Flatts concert with my mom like at the end of high school, and Little Big Town was opening.
Oh wow.
Nobody knew who the hell they were, but now they're a Little Big Town. It's like these people that are opening could be the next, whatever. Like, and so it's good to go see them. You listen to their music, and it's like, wow, these guys are good. And then 2 years down the road, then you see their concert where somebody else is opening. So there's nothing wrong with opening either. So like,
totally,
it's just the way it is. Stuff like that too.
Who are you listening to right now?
A lot of Morgan Wallen, obviously. He's just like king of country music right now. I won't say all time because, you got Garth Brooks, all that stuff. But right now he's just at the top. Bailey Zimmerman, he's kind of a newer one, but...
Oh, it's a guy.
Yeah.
That was a girl.
Yeah, Bailey Zimmerman, he's just, like, he's coming out with songs and songs and songs. And, like, one of them is just, like, one of the best country songs I've ever heard. I won't say the best, but like,
what's it called?
It's called "Rockin' a Hard Place." That shit goes hard, and I don't know if it's because it like hits deep, but like I know a lot of people like that song. It's on the country radio quite a bit now and stuff like that. He's kind of the on the rise, on the verge artist, I think is what they're calling him. So, but he's good, and I think Morgan Wallen actually wrote that song with him, so that might be why it's so good. No, but
oh damn. Does Morgan Wallen write all his own shit?
Most of it. I mean, like, everybody kind of writes their own stuff, especially at the beginning. But it's usually, like, collaboration of people or, the song Whiskey Glasses by Morgan Wallen? So Hardy actually wrote that whole song.
Who's Hardy? I don't know who Hardy is.
Oh, okay. Well, Hardy's, he's a pretty big country artist now. But, like, when Morgan Wallen first started coming out, he was, like, a nobody. Like, if you watch the music video for Whiskey Glasses, he's just, like, this geeky looking guy with glasses and stuff, just a homie in there because they're good friends. But now he's Hardy, and I know like you're not huge into the country music, so you don't know who he is, but he's just like, he's going off right now. He just released an album and people are going crazy for him and stuff like that too. But it's just kind of crazy that, it's all a process, and you can go super fast or it can take you years. I mean, Morgan Wallen went on The Voice, and now he's Morgan Wallen.
Oh, he was on The Voice, really?
Yeah, he was.
He won?
No.
Oh, but he's still, like, famous as fuck.
Yep.
Wow. What year?
I can't remember, actually. I'd probably have to look that up. But that's always a good way to do it, too, though. I know a lot of people come from that. Like one of the guys, I can't remember his name, he just won American Idol. I haven't watched American Idol for probably 10 years, but couldn't tell you he won, couldn't tell you he was on it. But I've listened to his music on the radio, stuff like that. But then you get like people like Chris Stapleton, who
I know who that is.
He sings Tennessee Whiskey. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was a writer for a very, very long time, and just was kind of, his name was always on the song and stuff, but he wasn't really singing until a little bit ago. And when I say it's a long time coming. Some people just hit right away and go like that, and some people gotta make their way and then they become that. So it's like, it's all crazy. You just gotta keep grinding and make sure you put in the work and don't give up and shit like that, but it is what it is, I guess.
Fucking, what about like, Morgan Wallen has that one, I know that Broadway Girls with Lil Durk, that shit's a slap. You got any like dream collaborations that you would like to work on? Maybe if it's like country or any other things?
I think it would be dope to do one with, someone like Morgan Wallen, someone like Luke Combs, or Hardy. It'd also be cool to do something like, I know every country music probably wants to do a collab with like Garth Brooks. That would be ridiculous. You know, Tim McGraw, something like that. Like,
Are they still making music?
yeah. I think Garth Brooks is still even going on tour. I saw him maybe a couple years ago, and that man can put on a show too. Like, even if you don't know a single Garth Brooks song, you should go see him in concert because he is so good. Like,
What's like his most popular song?
oh, he's got a bunch of good ones. I don't know what I'll tell you what his most popular one is.
I mean, like, that name sounds familiar. Like, I fucking grew up around a bunch of fucking cowboys, but I definitely was not slapping Garth Brooks growing up. But I know the homies were.
Or like, you know, like Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah, I know them.
They're going on a reunion tour.
How old are these artists?
They're old, dude. This is like when my mom was driving me to like elementary school and stuff. Like, they were even kind of before that probably.
They were like 40 at that time when you were listening to them in the car.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But they're
40s.
like, they're getting up there. They're probably, I mean, I think Garth Brooks, I don't know how old he is. But but yeah, his most popular one is probably Friends in Low Places.
Oh,
I'm sure you heard
I
that
fucking
one.
know that one. Yeah. It's like, actually, I don't know. It's like, and I don't even know.
Then
Actually.
I got friends in low places
Yeah,
where
yeah.
the whiskey drowned. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's a banger.
Everyone, I feel like even if you don't like country music, you know that song.
That's in like movies and shit.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a lot of them. I like Zach Bryan, too, right now, if you've heard him.
Mm-hmm.
He's going off.
Was there ever a Zach Bryan band?
There's a Zach Brown band.
Oh, Zach Brown band.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
So-
like, all right.
They're good, too. Zach Bryan was actually a TikTok guy,
Really?
which is kind of crazy because when I first got TikTok, I heard, you know, the song, and it's just like this sweaty blonde guy just going ham on the guitar and singing and stuff like that. And you're like, damn, he's good. Wonder what's going to happen to him. And now he's Zach Bryan,
Yeah.
which is dope. So it's all, you know, trying to get noticed, make sure you're doing everything right. And if you sound good, you sound good, and should work out for you.
What about other Colorado rising country singers or bands? Do you have any that you can name off to look out for?
Cody Cause, for sure.
Aside from Cody, I mean, yeah, he's fucking.
No, not really. I know there's a couple people out there that are from Colorado, but I can't really think of any like country guys. I know, like, do you know who They is? R&B.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. They're from Denver. That's when I'm not listening to country music. I slap their music quite a bit.
Hell yeah.
So if you haven't heard of them, then
They period.
yeah, they make really good music. I love their shit. So, which is kind of weird because not weird because I listen to all kinds of music and just like a lot of people do, but mostly country. But I mean, if you haven't heard their music, then they're good. They're from Colorado, which is always dope too. So I think they're from Aurora,
Yeah, I think you're right.
right outside of Denver.
Yeah.
But still dope.
So I guess that's a good question. What aside from like country, like, you know, who else are you bumping?
I like listening to Drake a lot. I know that's kind of
He's fire.
whatever answer, but no, he's always good. I've been really into like these pop punk bands, you know, that are coming back.
Like who?
I don't even know their names. I could tell you the songs and stuff, but even just MGK, I don't really like him as a person, but no, he's all right. But a couple of his songs off his new album, you know, where it's kind of, you know, pop punk, and all like banging your head and stuff, like that's kind of dope.
Yeah, he's very not universally liked, but his music sells well.
Yeah, and I really like his music. Like
His shows are sold out. Fucking, he goes on tour often, so people like it.
I've been listening to Nickelback recently because they're going on a tour
really?
with Brantley Gilbert, randomly enough.
I don't know who Brantley Gilbert is.
He's a big country guy too, but everybody knows the name Nickelback. And
Yeah.
so they've been going on like all these shows and stuff like that. The Bobby Bones show is like a iHeart. I don't know if it's iHeart Music. I think so.
I think it is.
But that's like a big country thing or whatever, and he's been on that show and stuff like that. And
Is he black?
Brantley Gilbert?
Bobby Bones.
Oh no,
No, he's not black.
no, he's a white guy from Arkansas.
For real? I like Charlemagne the God. He's on
Oh, yeah.
Breakfast Club, and I feel like he brings him up a lot.
Oh yeah,
because he's like a radio pioneer too. Is Bobby Bones, right? He's been on him for a while.
yeah. No, I feel like they're kind of, the same way we were talking about getting your music out in hip hop and country. It's kind of the same. I feel like those guys are kind of comparable as well. You like just in their own rights and own genres, like, but they're both kind of just killing the game right now, and you can tell and stuff like that. So it's always cool to see that too. That's probably why the names come up in both their sides, is because they're both realizing that they're both killing it and stuff like that, and you got to give credit where credit's due. So
For sure.
But,
Yeah. That name fucking, I know it, but I'm just not familiar with his actual like resume. It's interesting. You still listen to radio?
yeah, whenever my iPhone doesn't connect to my car right away, I'll just keep the radio on and stuff like that. But only thing I don't like about radio, because I was working in the dealership, we'd always have the same station on all day long. And so like some of those long shifts, like from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m., you listen to the same station all day, and they play really good songs because they're playing, the best songs that people like, everything like that. But you hear the same songs, you hear the same list of songs probably 6 times during that whole day. So it just kind of, that's why I don't really listen to radio, but
It's probably like KDZA, some fucking oldies shit. Damn, you just pop 2 zins at the same time?
yeah, always.
Damn, that's badass.
Dude, I go through so many, it's bad.
Really?
I need a sponsorship.
That'd be sick.
Someday.
Reach out to him.
I know every time I post a picture of me singing or something, Cody will always comment and be like, sponsored by Zyn, because you can always see it like in my back pocket and shit.
Oh, really?
But no, I go through way too many of these. I'd save a lot of money if I didn't do it. But
Everyone has their vices, bro. Fucking, I bet when you go to Nashville, you're gonna see some drugs that you fucking people doing on the daily that you're like, damn, how do you even afford that? Like, how do you do that? Like, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of shit.
oh, probably.
Yeah, but yeah, you can pop in your Zins, drinking your beer.
A little lippy pillow.
That's what you call it.
That's what people call
People
them.
call it.
I don't feel like I can pull off calling them a lippy pillow, but you always see them on TikTok and stuff. There's like that one guy that popping in a lippy Tempur-Pedic pillow, Ferda, all that shit. I can't do that, but it's always funny.
You ever smoke a spliff?
Nope.
No,
I don't know what that is.
It's like it's a joint, but it has like a bunch of tobacco in it. Not a bunch, but like maybe like 40, 60. But I would imagine that's what it would make me feel like. Like I've never like done like chew, but if you ever smoke like a really like spliffed, tobacco out spliff, you're fucking, you're zooming. You got to take a shit, but your head is like racing. Is that how it make you feel?
I don't know if I really feel it too much anymore. That's why I put 2 in at a time. But the nice thing is the Zins don't have any tobacco in it. It's just nicotine.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But because when I do chew, which I don't at all really, but the first time I tried it was the same kind of thing. I was like just on a whole new world. Like,
Yeah.
It's all kind of getting used to it and stuff like that too. Like, I'm not huge into weed, like I have nothing against it. Like living in Colorado, like it's all good. Like I just can't do it because for me, I'm not used to it. Same with alcohol, like the more you do it, the more you probably get used to it, more you can kind of function or whatever. But if I took like 2 hits of that right now, I don't know if I'd be able to talk the rest of the interview.
Really?
Maybe not 2, but
And like I feel like when I smoke, I like the interviews can go even longer. Like I'll fucking just bring up like different topics or like questions I wouldn't even like think of normally.
I gotcha for sure.
But yeah, it's weird how it's different for each person.
Yeah, to each their own, different strokes for different folks. So like, never have anything against like what people want to do, but I got what I do, and I'll do what I do. You do what you do. We'll have a good time. It's always cool. So
Like I would say weed is like probably the most and I would say ecstasy are probably the most consumed drugs in Colorado. Like, what do you think like the most consumed drug in Nashville would be?
Ooh, I have no idea. I haven't been there enough. I feel like probably alcohol just from Broadway. No, but I don't know actually, because I think weed is illegal in Tennessee. I think when I was reading it, it was like, I think it's just medical or whatever. You can have up to 0.6%.
That's nothing.
I know. I think
That's
you can
CBD.
buy at like you can go to a dispensary down the street and buy like 38% or probably higher. I really don't know.
Not weed, not flower, 38%, but concentrates you can get like 99%.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But yeah, I guess alcohol would probably be right. Maybe like, I don't even know
Yeah, I really have no idea. And especially like, I mean, when you think about it, like I don't really know Tennessee at all, you know, like I've been to Nashville a couple times, 3 or 4 times, but like, I don't know that's only one city in the whole state. Like there's all kinds of people out there too. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. It's hard to say.
What's the second biggest city?
See, I don't even know that. I know there's like Knoxville. And like the Chattahoochee.
Oh yeah.
Chattanooga or whatever. I know Knoxville's pretty big because that's where UT is, University of Tennessee. But I can't really think. I'd probably say Knoxville's probably the next biggest, but I might be wrong too.
That's its own market. You ever think like maybe you like travel around, look around, or you try to drill?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know how far I'll go outside of Nashville, especially at the beginning. You know, like, just hard to say. I mean, I definitely want to go see a Tennessee game and go watch them in Knoxville would be pretty cool. So I'll probably go out there. I don't really know how much I'll explore other stuff for a while. I mean, I know they got, you know, lakes and stuff like all over the place. And so I'm sure eventually I'll probably wander around, but I can't see myself really leaving Nashville for a while, especially at the beginning, just because of how I am. But I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking. What about like upcoming music or anything? Do you have like any dates or anything that you kind of want to hit? Like, do you want to, particularly rushing to record your stuff like you said, but at some point, the ball is going to be passed up. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I definitely, so I have like 3 full original songs. 2 of them I feel very confident about. 1 of them I kind of feel, iffy or whatever. I definitely would love to put out that drunk song and get it recorded with a band and everything kind of as soon as possible. Like, I don't want to rush it, but like, I really want to get that one out, and get a track at least so that, I can start putting it on TikTok and stuff like that, because I know that's how a lot of people get whatever. Make all the stupid TikToks where it's the same song 80 times in a row, but you're like, oh, release date 2 months from now, or release date, all that stuff. So I really want to get at least the one of them, at least put out a single as soon as I can, but without rushing it. So like, I definitely want to get it the right way, get a good track and everything, and get it produced by someone who knows what they're doing, not myself.
How much do you think that's going to run you?
I think it depends. I think like right now, if I went to Nashville, I could probably pay somebody to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it'd probably be like $15,000.
$15,000, really?
Maybe for more than one song, but it'd probably be around there.
Holy shit!
Just to get everything that I'm wanting, especially just with the studio band and everything, having them come in and record that part, and then having the producer do it. It kind of just depends. So I mean, even with the label, you're gonna have to pay, but they can at least help you, and rather than just you have a little bit of street cred, because you're coming in, you're signed by a label and stuff, rather than just some kid paying a bunch of money to record a song. So I don't know. It's kind of tough to say. I really don't know.
Is a label signing a country artist before they have like a bunch of workout? Like in hip hop, I guess you could have one banger and you'll fucking what I hear from interviews and stuff, like you'll get major looks. Is that happening in like the country world?
So yeah, I mean, I had a label reach out to me, and they're a smaller label, so like none of the big labels are gonna be like, oh, you have nothing out, like let's sign you and give you a shot. None of those guys are gonna do that. But some of the smaller labels will, when you play a bunch of live shows, they hear your songs live, they hear that, they see social media, they see that, and can like kind of tell, even just from what this guy was saying. Obviously, I don't know if that's going to work out. You know, I don't know if I'm a good fit for them or anything. Like, nothing's come of that yet. But it's always good to be noticed. But what he said, what they kind of do is, you know, take people who they see, you know, have talent, but kind of don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Kind of like me,
Like,
where
like,
I just like, I
you
don't
don't
know
have
what
all
the
the-
next step is,
yeah.
or just kind of all that kind of thing. But, so yeah, I mean, I feel like it can be a little different in hip hop. I feel like if you're doing hip hop, like a bunch of shows and stuff, and someone like sees you and tells somebody about it, or like you're putting it on social media, you're putting it on YouTube, you know, they can find it and be able to do that. It's kind of the same way with country music, to a point where, you know, if you do have these songs recorded and like they're getting plays, they're getting, you know, you have 1 million views on YouTube or something, you know, they're going to notice. But there are some of the smaller labels that I think at first, like, you kind of pay them to help you out. But sometimes, like, especially for people like me, like, that don't really know what the next step is, it can definitely help you, and they can get you into other places. You know, they have the connections to get you gigs. They have connections to, you know, to get you a recording of a certain song or something and stuff like that. So, you know, even if I send them like hypothetically, let's say I send them a rough version of a song and they're like, that's sick, you know, I'm going to sign you, we're going to record that song and see what happens, you know. So sometimes it can be like that. I know, like with Cody, he just was playing opening for Craig Campbell. Craig Campbell liked how he sang. He liked his originals and stuff like that. And he's like, hey, I want to, you know, do some stuff with you and see where it goes. So it just kind of, and now he's Cody Koss. So it's, you know, but it's all kind of crazy. It's all just about, especially with country music, it's just grinding, getting your name out there, doing shows, getting as many people as you can to hear you, and trying to just make it from there. So
Fucking, yeah. I necessarily don't know what it takes, but your music's good as fuck. Could we actually, like, would you mind playing like something for the pod and putting it out there?
sure. Do you hear that through your headphones?
Yeah.
All right, I'll play you drunk again.
Okay.
I know you heard it, but
Yeah, no, I mean, it's completely different audience. Well, not different, but still spicy. Got a different, you know, different people watching that for different reasons. A lot of feet lovers watch that shit.
well, I played Big Sean on that one.
That's true.
I played the other one after just for you guys, but I'll put this one on there. So it's really a song about one of my ex-girlfriends. My buddy actually just walked up to the bar, was flirting with this girl. He was hammered, but she rejected him, and he was like, "Oh man, you're drunk, or I'm drunk, and you're still ugly." And I was just like, "Dude, you're a savage. I can't believe you just said that to that poor girl over there."
Yeah.
But then I was like, "Ooh, that might make a good song though." So I just sat down and started writing it. But kind of the double entendre, you know, is like, when the drunker you get, they should look prettier, but like they can be super pretty on the outside, but it's about what's on the inside. So like, I'm drunk and you're still ugly because you're a bitch.
Yeah,
it's
but
pretty much the
he was trying
premise
to
of
fuck
the
her in
song.
the first place.
Yeah. Now I'm sitting in this downtown bar, wondering if I should text you. Yeah, I know your house, it ain't too far. I'm sipping Jack and Cokes, trying to make it through. Then you pulled up and you parked next to my truck. Got me thinking I'm the one who effed it up. And then you sat down in that bar stool next to me, a reminder this is how it has to be. Yeah, I'm drunk and you're still ugly, And that might not mean much to you, but it does to me. Yeah, I'm drunk, and you're still ugly. And I hear you're talking shit, but you still love me. Yeah, I'm drunk, you're still ugly. Yeah, I'm drunk, you're still ugly. Get to talking about just what became of us. You gave me every reason that you could make up. I can't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. I'm sitting pretty now, I'm glad I made it out. You keep on saying that it was all of my fault, taking all my wounds and keep on pouring salt. The more you speak, I'm glad I finally made the switch and realized that you were a crazy bitch. Yeah, I'm drunk, and you're still ugly. And that might not mean much to you, but it does to me. Yeah, I'm drunk, and you're still ugly. And I see all your missed calls, I know you love me. Yeah, I'm drunk, and you're still ugly. Yeah, I'm drunk, and you're still ugly. You always show up where I'm at, I don't know what to do. And I'm not sure what happens next, but I'm glad it ain't you. 'Cause yeah, I'm drunk, you're still ugly. And it might not mean much to you, but it does to me. Yeah, I'm drunk, you're still ugly. And I know someone like you could never love me. Yeah, I'm drunk, you're still ugly. Yeah, I'm drunk, you're still ugly. You're still ugly.
Dude, that is a really good song, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah.
Means a lot.
I think, man, just fucking. I mean, your approach is very methodical and calculated, but I think, you know, people are gonna flock and gravitate towards, you know, catchy music and good music, and you have that. So, you know, don't wait around for someone to give you all the money. Just fucking put it out there yourself. That's what I think.
Yeah. No, I think like
A cat got in your box.
Oh, that's all right. My dog does the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. No, she's all good. He's all good. She?
It's like she's trans.
She.
I'm just kidding.
She both. They.
Yeah.
No, all good. My dog does the same thing. That's so funny. It's that material. They like it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I mean, like I could probably put it out there, whatever, and at least get something. But I think it'd sound better in like more like a radio song if like there's like some drums behind it, you know, maybe a little guitar solo in there somewhere or something like that. But I mean, you know, beggars can't be choosers either, so I'll wait a little bit, try to do it, but if I can't, I might just have to go for it. So
yeah, you know, but good music always stands out. Like the fucking, it's I don't know. That's, you know, some bullshit rises, but it's always the cream that rises, or whatever they say.
yeah, cream rises to the top or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I don't know, but no, that's funny. But I appreciate that though, man. It means a lot, and yeah, definitely want to get it out there and just want to do it the right way and stuff like that. And I think, you know, catchy music helps too. Like when people leave my shows, they always remember that one. I have, you know, I always sing it kind of close to last or the very last song of my sets and everything, and I always ask people for requests, and like people will request it, stuff like that, which is always cool. So
That's that one that they request?
Mm-hmm. People that have seen me before or whatever, they're like, play drunk, and I'm like, I'm playing it, I'll get there.
Yeah.
You know.
Hell yeah.
But
yeah, what's the longest show you ever played?
4 hours.
Damn.
So I get breaks and stuff, but you know, you play for a little bit, get a break, play for a little bit, get a break, play for a little bit, and then you're done. But sometimes it goes really fast. Sometimes, I mean, now that I am where I am, it seems to go really fast because I have enough songs and stuff like that, and it's always been fun and stuff like that. But like towards the beginning, when I had to play the little bit longer shows, I would like run out of songs and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh man, how can I fill this last 20 minutes, you know? But it all comes, but it's always fun and seems to go by fast, and it's always cool, you know, like I'd be working, making money all week, and then going to work again on, you know, Saturday night, Friday night or something, but people are like, I'm getting paid just to sing songs to people, which is still crazy to me, you know, just like people come out, they drink, and, you know, they tip me, and the bar is paying me to sing to them right now, you know. It's fun because it's just stuff that I used to do in my living room and stuff, so it's always cool.
Yeah. Do you have any like advice that you would give to like artists that want to be where you're at? You know, even though you're not where you want to be at, you're steps ahead where a lot of people are.
I mean, just all you can do is just keep grinding. I mean, I saw a video like on Snapchat just popped up like from 3 years ago or whatever when I very first started, and I'm playing a song that like now I play, and I sing it a certain way. I'm listening to it how I played it 3 years ago, and it's just, I'm like, how could people even listen to this? Like, why did I even send this video to people? Like, so I mean, it's all about growth and just keep doing what you're doing, and you know, it's all about confidence, and confidence comes with preparation. So it's all, you know, practice. And I mean, I've come a long way on the guitar. I've come a long way singing. So it's like, even just singing on the radio in my car now, it's like better than when I was singing in my radio in the car 3 years ago. So it's like, it all just comes with experience and doing it. So just keep going and don't get discouraged. You know, if you don't make it right away, maybe, you know, if someone says you're garbage, maybe try to get some shows, but keep practicing for your homies in the living room and stuff for a while, and then eventually people will be like, oh dude, you gotta play at this bar I'm at, you know, and just keep doing your thing. So I mean, really, it's all just about the grind and getting better at your craft and getting more confident in your craft, because people can tell when, you know, you're scared up there or whatever. When you're confident about it, it sounds a whole lot better too. And I've noticed that even just in my music, is songs I don't know, I don't sing as well as songs that I've sang a million times, because it's just engraved into my head. So like when I know a song, it's there, you know. So keep doing what you're doing, just keep going and practice, man.
How many songs do you have memorized like right now?
Ooh, that's tough. Probably completely. So I usually have like a little iPad on my mic stand. So like requests and stuff, I can look up the lyrics, and then also some of the songs, I'll have to look up like certain parts of the lyrics and stuff like that. So completely memorized probably about 30, and then with my iPad, with like the couple lyrics and everything, probably about 60.
Wow. That's pretty good.
It's not bad. Well, when you have to fill 4 hours though too, it's like you got to know a lot. It's like when I first started playing, it was hard to fill 2 hours, you know, because I only knew so many songs. And the requests are fun too. Like there's been a couple times where people have requested a song, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. Like, let's try it. And then now it's a song that I play in every one of my sets, you know. So it's all cool and stuff like that too. But
yeah. So what exactly? What band members are you exactly looking for? Maybe someone watching this plays those instruments.
There you go. I need a bassist, a drummer, and a lead guitarist, and I think I'd be good. I mean, like eventually, like way down the road, I'd like to have, you know, a steel guitar player and a fiddleist maybe, you know. But right now, even just a lead guitarist probably would be my first that I need the most, just because you can do a lot more. And then the band, or you know, have a full band show with drummer and a bassist too. I'd be good to go for a while.
Got any band names lined up?
No.
Damn.
Probably just Mitch Carter, I guess.
I mean, but then you gotta deal with the band being like, well, why is it Mitch Carter? Why isn't it, you know, Paul Simon?
No, I get that too. I feel like in country music they do a good job of like doing that and everything too. Like when you go to a good show, when someone's really good, they have a song where they, you know who the lead guy is, but then be like, I want to introduce my band members or whatever, and then he'll go over to the bassist and be like, this is whatever on the bass, and then he'll hit a bass solo, and then this is whatever on the drums, and he'll fucking go off on the drums, and whatever on the guitar, and hits it like a sick guitar solo or something, and so everybody gets the recognition and stuff. And I mean, even just on TikTok or whatever, I found Jelly Roll's drummer, and I'm like, damn, that dude's fucking badass. Like, Jelly Roll is badass, the songs are badass, but don't get me wrong, but like, that drummer's fucking killing it, dude. Like, that's awesome. So I don't know, it's hard to say, but
Does Jelly Roll play instruments?
I don't know. I'm sure he does. I feel like he has to, but
Not on stage.
I don't think he does on stage.
So
Maybe for a couple songs.
mostly his band, and he's just like the singer.
But he's a killer, dude. He's awesome.
Yeah, I like Jelly Roll. He's good. Yeah, that's it. Maybe let me give you a band name. Maybe like give me like 5 seconds. How about, I'm thinking country. The Outback Project.
Okay.
You know, that's a weird one.
I like it. See, I could be in a band though too, and then I wouldn't mind that. As long as my band blew up, that'd be cool.
Maybe what's I guess I can't really think of a country. Well, I guess Nickelback is a country band, so yeah.
They're not really country.
No,
but
they're rock.
Yeah, they could be though.
What's like a country band? Zach Brown. You're right. Yeah.
Zach Brown band.
Yeah.
I know there's like Lanco and Low Cash is an older one that's pretty good. I mean, Florida Georgia Line. They broke up, but
Oh, really?
yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, now Tyler Hubbard is one of the Florida. I think he's Florida or Georgia. I don't know.
Oh, really? Oh.
But he's making music now. But Florida Georgia Line isn't like a thing anymore, I guess.
That's crazy. R.I.P.
R.I.P. FGL.
Fucking. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to get off your chest?
I mean, not really. Thanks for having me. Thanks for getting me into. I know it was kind of whatever, but definitely want to do the pod with you again, and get the interview done, stuff like that. Me leaving on Tuesday, so big things coming, hopefully. I'll keep you in the loop and everything too. If I do record a song, I'll send it in on the music review.
Yeah, if you need any graphic design, if you don't have time to do that shit, I'll whip that shit up for you. Maybe like a video edit, like a TikTok edit, fucking, do all the size aspects and shit. We'll fucking.
No, I'm down, dude.
I would love to help you out. I made a shirt for Cody, and I gave it to him, but I don't know if he ever used the design. It was sick. It was like 90s themed with like 3 pictures of him and then like his name in like steel. It looked cool.
That's badass. No, I mean, I would love to do that. I might hit you up because my merch game is garbage. I only have a couple shirts and stuff like that, and it's all online right now, but because it's just me making them or whatever. But I'll probably, once I get there and I'm like, hey, I might need a lady shirt and a men's shirt real quick.
Yeah, bro. I'll just make you those designs for free, bro. I'd love to just see you fucking use them.
Yeah, no, that'd be badass. I fucking put them on a shirt and start selling them, stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm down.
Let's get it. I'm down, man. Thanks so much for coming. Fucking, do you want to tell the people where to follow you? Yeah,
Instagram, TikTok, everything like that is Mitch Carter Official. I think that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, you can friend me on Facebook if you want, I guess. It's just Mitch Carter, but otherwise, Mitch Carter Official, and that's pretty much it. Thanks again for having me, dude. It's been fun, so.
Anytime, man. You're welcome here anytime. My cat's going to get burned.
I hope not.
That's funny. But, yeah, you're welcome here anytime, man. Fucking thank you so much for coming by.
No, yeah, of course, man.
All right, y'all. Street Champs, Mitch Carter. Come get put on. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that shit. All right. Peace.